What's going on, everybody? It's Thundershot, and welcome back to Battle of Z Guides. It's been a really long time since I've been able to do a guide, and that's mainly because I wasn't playing ahead in the game. What you guys were seeing on the live stream was the farthest I had gotten, and they put 2 of the bosses in the very beginning of the game, and then they put the last 3 at the very end of the game, which I thought was kind of a weird setup. No middle boss battles, really, but oh well. Anyways, let's look at the card setup first. The only special card I have is melee, and it's 100+, and that doesn't even really matter in this fight because I'm not going to be using a lot of melee, so ignore that. If you don't have any special cards, you're still going to be fine in this fight. If you're shooting for the double S rank, it's required that you go with first form Frieza. Just absolutely, if you're going for double S, do the first form Frieza. If you're just trying to beat the game, however, I would rather suggest a character to you more like Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks or Perfect Cell, or some kind of very heavy Ki Blast character. Those are always the best one for these big boss battles. Anyways, my supports today are Android 18, Adolescent Gohan, and Super Saiyan 1 Teen Gohan. However, if you really want the best supports possible, I would probably suggest running 3 Android 18s. Android 18 is simply the best support in the game easily. But it's up to you. I like variety. I like to show off some of my other characters. So that's why I went ahead and went with these 3 separate individuals. But like I said before, only run first form Frieza if you're shooting for the double S rank. If not, who gives a crap? Go with a heavy Ki Blast character. Anyways, the special item cards I have on my characters today, I'm going to point them out because they're kind of important. As far as my support, I only put health and defense on them because they're not going to be doing the damage. I'm going to be doing most of the damage. I just want them to stay alive. On top of them staying alive, my special cards I put on Frieza, I put 1 Vegeta on Frieza, and that gives you increased abilities all around while in the air. You're going to be in the air a lot fighting boss battles. That's just how it is, so that's why I have that card on there. And then, aside from that, the second card I gave Frieza is Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan. I gave her, it basically gives you not her, Frieza's a dude. It basically gives you max speed, especially when your health is getting low, and that comes in really handy. Max speed comes in really handy when you're trying to revive your teammates who have gone down. And since this is a solo guide, since you will be playing with computers only, it's really handy to be able to chase them down and get them revived as fast as possible. I can't tell you how many times the speed up has saved my butt when it comes to reviving downed computer teammates, because they do tend to go down a lot sometimes. Anyways, the first thing you're going to want to do if you're shooting for the double S rank is you want to kill all 4 Cybermen, excuse me, you want to kill all 4 Cybermen before the 1 minute mark. That's actually something kind of hard to pull off, but the good news is that it's in the very beginning of the fight, so if you don't kill all 4 Cybermen the first minute, you push start, you click retry, you do it again. But yeah, with Frieza, this is actually not the easiest thing in the world to pull off, but it can be done. I think I actually cut it really close in this fight, and I even had a bad start, so it's doable, but you just gotta watch it. Also, you might notice my recording device didn't exactly pick up all the game audio. It's been glitchy lately, so I didn't get game audio. Instead, you're listening to YouTube's free music player, but it's the stuff YouTube provides for free, so I'm not even gonna link it. It's not worth it. But that's what you're hearing. You're hearing all the crazy YouTube tunes in the background. Anyways, yeah, let's see how close I cut it with this last Cyberman. We got less than 10 seconds, and he's got half a health bar. Wait for it. Okay, 4 seconds to spare, so yeah, it might take a couple tries on that one, but it's the first minute of the game, so it's not like it's the most tedious thing in the world. Anyways, aside from that, you're just basically throwing beat down on Bardock until you get him to grade 8 for, and I would actually suggest not chaining him or trying to avoid doing synchro moves, because you want, like right now I've already got my super attack. That's as high as I want my energy meter at. Aside from that, if you haven't noticed up until now, if you look at your energy meter on the very top, there are lines every now and again. Like I think I still have 3 lines left before the energy meter's full, and every time you hit a line like that, for whatever reason, your key, your charge, or special attack, whatever, automatically gets filled to the maximum every single time you hit one of those lines. This is really good for spamming super attacks later on. The reason I don't chain him around now is because when you chain him, it fills that energy meter up really quickly, and I wouldn't get those lines anymore. I wouldn't get my random breaks to get maximum special attack. So it's a good idea not to chain him. What this is going to convert to later on, like say I'm about to hit one. I just threw a super attack. Wait for it. We're about to pass the line. There we go. See, now we passed the line. I get another super attack. I throw it again. It's just a free full meter. And that comes in really handy later on, especially if you're fighting a big boss. Because what happens is you'll do what I did. You throw a super attack, and then if your teammates are hitting him enough, your energy meter fills up really fast. So you throw a super attack, you hit a line. You throw a super attack, maybe you hit another line. Then you get to throw 3 super attacks in a row, maybe all while they're invulnerable. Anyways, there's 3 main things you got to take care of. If you're shooting for the double S rank, that is. We've already took care of 1. The first one you're going to want to take care of is, of course, getting all 4 Cybermen down in a minute. The second one is you have to defeat you have to get the killing blow on Bardock with Frieza. So it's important that you get the killing blow, but that's why I put defensive cards on my support characters, because they aren't going to be doing damage. I need to be doing the damage, and I particularly need to hit the killing blow. There's where that speed card's coming in handy. You never know when Bardock's going to take him down. But then the third thing, excuse me, I'm burping a lot and I'm getting off track. Yeah, there we go. I feel a little better now. Anyways, the third thing you want to take care of, you have to actually get all 4 of Bardock's limbs, ligaments, whatever you would call them. You have to get all 4 of them taken down, all 4 of the extra things you can take down, all the way down to 0 health. Now this is kind of interesting. This means you're going to have to pace yourself. Now I did a lot of run-throughs trying to get this as perfected as I could, and I still almost screw it up. So it can sometimes be kind of a tricky thing to pull off, assuming you don't want to be here forever. You can be here forever if you want to, but you want to take down about a quarter of Bardock's health bar with each go. Now, the matches I had before this, the test runs I had before this where I was trying to get this figured out, I was scared to take down his health because you can kill, your teammates will accidentally like screw up and kill him. Like, let's just say if you haven't taken down his right arm yet, or his head's still left, his head's the only one left with a full health bar. But you take down his left arm, then your teammates accidentally get the killing blow. You don't get the special blow, or you don't get the special achievement, you don't get the double S rank, and that sucks. So you really got to be careful about how much you hurt him when you take him down. Like when I took his legs down, I was careful about hurting him, but I hurt him a little bit too much, and I think I continue that streak actually. I think it gets really close. I get really close to overdoing it. But the reason I did that is because in the games before this, where I did my test runs, I didn't hurt him enough. So I would get all 4 of his ligaments taken down to nothing, and then he would still have a full health bar. And then you have to find, I don't know, then it takes forever to take him down because he's not weak anymore, you know, there's no weakness point you can attack, if that makes any sense. But aside from that, I spam super attacks a lot, which with First Form Frieza I actually don't recommend, because even though I may hit him in his left arm, the super attack's still going to hit his body, which in turn still lowers his health bar and gives me a chance that I don't want of killing him before. Yeah, see, I just told my teammates to go on defense mode now because we only had 2 ligaments taken down, or 2 limbs, whatever you would call it. We only had 2 limbs taken down, but we are well over half of his health is down. So I told my teammates to go into defense mode. I don't want them hitting him anymore whenever he's all hunched over like that. Whenever he's vulnerable, I don't want them hitting him, because I know from where he's at now, I could kill him once he becomes vulnerable. And I don't want to kill him after I take down his right arm, which is what I'm aiming at now, because then I wouldn't get his head down, then I wouldn't get that 3rd and final bonus. So you can do these limbs in any order you want. I started with the legs in this one, then I do right arm, left arm, head. However, it's up to you entirely. Some people like to take care of the hardest ones first. Personally, I know the hardest ones to take care of are his arms, and his arms suck to take care of because he likes to turn a lot. He likes to go from left to right a lot. When you're only focusing on one arm at a time, it makes it difficult to chase him down. So what another order you could do if you want to take care of him early, because his early phase is not as strong as his late phase. Obviously, these bosses get stronger over time. Their moveset changes at least over time to where they attack you more and more and more, and they try harder and harder. So if you want to, what would probably be a better solution is if you go like right arm, then left arm, then head, then legs, because his legs are by far, well, all the bosses, their legs are by far the easiest thing to hit. The right and left arms are not, however, because these guys like to rotate sides. These guys like to be jerks. In fact, later in Hyrudegan, we'll notice that as soon as you lock onto one of his limbs, they'll disappear. That's another thing I want to complain about real quick, is how difficult it is to lock onto some of their limbs. It's not as notable here in Great Ape Bardock, but sometimes you'll see me struggling. Like if I want to get, sometimes I want to get to his head, right? So I'll flick my, it's the right stick, I'm pretty sure is the lock-on stick. I'll flick my right stick up, and I'll go like left arm, legs, left arm, legs, left arm, right arm, legs, left arm, legs, and I'll never get to his head even once. And I'm flicking up, like why am I even going back down to legs when I'm flicking up? But that's just my little complaint. Anyways, I'm about to get his right arm taken down, and then I have to not hurt him at all. In fact, I'm spamming defense, right? In fact, I went a step further. I quit spamming defense. I told the team to leave it to me, which was actually really smart. If you ever get in a situation like this, you push left on the directional pad, and your teammates will completely back off and stop attacking entirely, which is what I needed to do there, because if not, they would have killed Bardock. Now, even though we're at the final thing, we're at the last leg, all we got to do is take out his head, I still have to be really careful here, because if I was to fire off a super attack right now, it would hit his head, but since Frieza's super attack is a big ball, and even if it wasn't, even if it was a stream shot, I'd still have to be careful, because if I hit his body at all right now, it's going to take his health down large enough where it will kill him. And like I said before, we don't want that because we're going for the double S. However, if you're just going to beat him, kill him as fast as you can. I know this is a guide to beat him, so just take down his legs and spam moves. It's essentially what I'm doing here, except when I got his limbs down, I would hold back and I would not hit him. So, I mean, you take this as a guide to beat him, but if you're just trying to beat him, you're not trying to get the double S, I mean, just knock him around all you want. But basically, yeah, you notice how I never get close to Bardock. It's just like the other guides I have out on grade 8 fights. Never get close to Bardock. I always stay back. I always just spam Ki Blast. That's the best way to go, is with these Ki Blast characters. But as you can see here, I'm about to get his head taken down all the way. Just a few more Ki Blast shots. This last part's gone slower because, like I said, I wasn't using super attacks. There we go. All 4 limbs down. Use a super attack, and let's take out grade 8 Bardock. Now, alternatively, well, I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, there's the kill shot on grade 8 Bardock. I think I leave me using my super attacks here. 1 second, I'm going to take a drink. I'm having Mountain Dew Kickstarter for the first time. It's alright. But yeah, there you go. That's how you get the double S rank on grade 8 Bardock. You gotta be first form Frieza, take out the Cybermen in less than 1 minute, take out all 4 Cybermen in less than 1 minute. They don't have huge health bars, and you get a lot. You can retry as much as you want, so it's not a big deal. And then lower all 4 of Bardock's limbs down to 0, which is not hard. Just you got, I'm getting tongue-tied. You gotta pace yourself better than I did, though. I hit Bardock way too much when he was vulnerable in the very beginning, and then I had to tell my team to back off entirely at the end. Now we're going to go over here and we're going to look at the end stats real quick, and the music might fade out, and that's because I've got a second part of this recording here. It's not much longer, it's only like 2 minutes or so, but I've got a second part of this recording here where I actually got the game volume captured. So the music's going to fade out, game volume's going to fade in, just an FYI. But there's your double S rank. There's all 3 of the special bonus achievements I got. Now, assuming you don't want to double S rank this, because what I found out is the double S rank is basically pointless, because there's a rank you can get a step above double S rank, and it's easier. The Z rank, in case you haven't heard of it. There's a mission you do where you get you can go buy an ultimate jewel, so you go buy an ultimate jewel, you come back, you get the Z rank. Anyways, this is me getting a Z rank. I skipped out the Cybermen part because I actually did really bad with the Cybermen. I was trying to chain them around, but it didn't work out. And let me tell you why I was trying to chain them around. It's the same reason I'm chaining Bardock around right now. And just to recap, this is me going for the Z rank now. It's a quick little add-on at the end, but this is the fastest way to get the Z rank, and it's super easy. The Z rank is so much easier than the double S rank, which I think is dumb, because the Z rank is actually, it's a higher achievement, you know, but it's so much easier to get than the double S. It never added up to me, but we're going for the Z rank on this. So like I said, I tried to chain around the Cybermen, but it didn't work out very well. I would chain and none of my teammates would follow up, even though I had it set to all focus one target. But that's okay, I'm fine with that, because even though I got back to Bardock, you remember how earlier on the guide I said whatever you do, don't chain Bardock around because you want your energy meter to stay low, so that way you hit certain key points later? Yeah, F that. When you're going for the Z rank, you want your energy meter full as fast as possible, because you cannot charge up for your ultimate until you get a full energy meter. And the fastest way to charge up your energy meter is to get chain attacks like that for your team, and also synchro shots. Now, synchro shots are hard to coordinate with computers, especially computers who are support type. So I always go with the chain shots. I don't have it set here. I actually forgot to do it, but if you push right on the directional pad, you'll tell all your teammates to focus one target. It's a lot better way to get all of them to help you with the chain. Sometimes they leave you hanging. You want to use rank 10 supports if you have them, but a lot of times teammates can leave you hanging. And then anyways, once you get to the grade Ape, once the grade Ape comes out, as soon as your energy meter's full, just start charging the ultimate. Now, if you couldn't now Bardock hits me a little bit here, but see, didn't even take much out of my health. Anyways, if your energy meter, let's just say you don't manage to get it full by the time Bardock comes out, that's not a big deal. Just beat up Bardock how you normally would. I mean, just beat his legs down, beat his arms down, just don't kill him, obviously. And your energy meter should not take that long to fill up, especially if you got a couple chains off while you were waiting. But yeah, after grade 8 Bardock comes out, you just charge up your ultimate. I'm going to go ahead and ask you guys right now if you have any questions here, if you have anything you would like me to help you with, go ahead and leave it in the comment section down below. I'll comment back to you if I can. Let you know how to get around that, assuming you had any trouble with any of the big bosses or stumbled on any obstacles that you just didn't see, or maybe I didn't answer a question you had. Just ask it down below in the comment section. Cell's going to fire off his solar Kamehameha wave here. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. A couple more, well, 2 more guide videos coming out on how to beat the other 2 large bosses, and also get the double Z, or get the Z ranks on those. I'm Thundershot, and I'm out. I'm going to go ahead and let the outro screen roll, but peace, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed.